$1 million worth of game. Great discussion, locked in. Thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
then we also have Juwang, and Juwang has a question for the guest. Do the influencing styles change based on culture? For instance, by nature, I'm rationalizing, and that's my dominant style working here in the US. At a previous gig where I had a global role and worked with colleagues in Kenya, and times out of the Kenyan office, I was seen as asserting and totally threw me off. So briefly, Njeri, talk to us about that.
So great question. So different cultures can interpret different styles differently. So somebody that is very direct, maybe a woman that's very direct, for example, may be interpreted as being aggressive, much more back home. But to answer this, I'm going to give you a story of a current client. And this is not even a joke. So my client is an I. And she was having a lot of conflict at work and wondering why she was not getting the kind of appointments, the kind of political appointments that she was hoping for, right? They're not political, but they're almost political because they're government-based. And through the course, and I'm hoping she'll be there to tell her story this weekend, she started to realize that the reason she was in conflict is because she was approaching her leaders as an I. Eyes like me tend to like the high level, the flowers, the big picture. We don't like going in depth, right? But then she had leaders that had the D and the C style who were very task-oriented, results-oriented. They wanted to see data. So she was always showing up with her I, and they were expecting the D, so the C and the S style. And so she was being very ineffective. So she actually made the change, and I kid you not. So this is all in a period of 10 weeks. Literally 2 days ago, she got the assignment, the political the appointment that she had been hoping to get for years, right? Simply because she changed her influence style. So the point I'm trying to make is that these styles apply, and they are the same across the board. They perhaps may be interpreted differently, but in terms of, I have never met a person yet who didn't take the assessment and it did not nail them. And it did not nail their blind spots when it comes to influence and how others perceive them. And it did not nail how they can influence other people to get the outcomes that they're hoping for.
Wow. Are you gonna pay us to take, to officially take our tests? Utatulipa? Ama ni sindo-
Niwalipe.
This one is
Sonko,
Did you hear the way she laughed? Unajua ni Mkikuyu huyu. Kabla chomoke na kabla kapesa kachomoke.
Maze story ya do. Yeah.
Dora. Shirigi.
Yeah, she was about to say Mwadhani. I was waiting.
Jesu Jehovah.
Yeah. But anyway, Tabitha, as we wrap up, tell us how people that may be interested in career advice can reach you, and briefly also talk about your upcoming webinars this weekend.
Sure. Thank you. You can send me an email at tabitha@tabithanjeri.com, tabitha@tabithanjeri.com, or you can send me a DM on Facebook. I am Tabitha Njeri. Tomorrow, and guys, if you enjoyed this, I hope it was valuable. Man, we go even deeper in a much more formal way. So have a pen and paper and show up for one of the 2 webinars tomorrow. They're both free. They're Zoom webinars. They're called Career Acceleration Webinars, where I am pouring out my heart based on my lessons, based on and the mistakes I made and the successes, the lessons, mistakes, and successes of my colleagues and clients, and really showing you what it is that you can do to accelerate your career. So it's going to be tomorrow. The links are on my page, and I'll drop them on here too, on this link. But it's tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central or 7 p.m. Kenya time.
Same Eastern time. Eastern time is what people know.
Yeah. Okay, 10 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow, or 10 a.m. Eastern time Sunday. It's going to be fun. It's 90 minutes. Get your pen and paper and just come with an open mind.
Now, there was one for women only, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
The one tomorrow is by the way, it's jam-packed. I just gotta give a big up to the girl child, right? We have
Boy child left out.
Right? Over 300 women who have registered. Who knows how many will show up, who have registered for the Saturday one. That's women only. But the Sunday one also has men and women. So big up to the boy child, right?
Child.
For you guys signing up, because that's also going, the one on Sunday is for both men and women. It's
Okay.
co-ed.